Hello, everybody, and welcome back to episode 9 of the Bad and Mean podcast for 2026. I'm your host, Dylan, and today I'm joined by, as always, the best co-host in the world, Decky. How are we doing today, matey?
Good, mate. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good, thanks. You just beat the Melbourne Storm, our arch nemesis of the last 5 years.
Yep.
Life's good, mate. How are you going? How are you travelling?
Oh, look, mate. Over the moon. I feel like that performance was a lot better than last week. I'm a lot happy. But
You
listen,
were optimistic during the game, weren't you? Like
mate.
you were staying pretty high. Like
I was.
happy
I was
days.
like, I was pumped. I was ready. I said at the end of the first half, I said, you know what, we're going to win this game. Then next to me, this negative Nancy just was like, I think we're going to lose this game from here. And he started crying.
What a sook, eh?
Mate,
what a sook.
I think it's my host on the Bad and Mean podcast was standing next to me having a sook deal. What, mate?
Oh, bullshit.
You backed us out. I'm fuming. I'm fucking fuming, I bet you.
You have a look at the last few times we've been in that position, right? Where we get up to a decent lead, like a 10-point lead. We still got, but then the Rays realise, oh shit, we got like 20 minutes left in the second half. What do we do with it? I reckon 90% of the time in games, look, I wish I had a stat up, but normally when the Rays get in that position, they'll fade away. So didn't have my greatest hopes based on that track record, and that's my reasoning really. I'm sorry to upset you that much, you know.
Oh, you did. You absolutely did, Dill. You know,
I'm just being a loyal Raiders supporter.
Yeah, you're very loyal by backing us out, aren't you? You absolute muppet. Top 10 most muppet people in the world. Dylan, you're number 1, mate. Anyway,
cheers, bro. All right, now what are you actually fuming about? Tell us.
Let's dive back. Now, end of the Storm game. We saw Hudson Young. He came over with what we thought was a good tackle on Fa'alongo. We're all dancing around and going, "Oh yeah, how good's that?"
Yeah.
But bloody hell, you cannot celebrate a try anymore without the bunker having a look. But
that's what Ricky said.
Exactly.
Look, you can't celebrate a try.
Exactly. He did come out and say that actually. So, look, Hudson Young has officially been handed a 2-week ban. He will not take it to the judiciary and challenge the high tackle. I think there's a lot of inconsistency in the league right now, Dylan. This is what I'm fucking fuming about. Look, I 100% think that Hudson Young should have been sin-binned. He 100% should have been sin-binned on that tackle on Fa'alongo. We've seen it happen multiple times throughout the year, but why have all of a sudden, Hudson Young, he's not going to be sin-binned here. But you know what he will take? A 2-week ban. That's really interesting. Let's have a look. So Cleary got sin-binned for, I believe it was a grade 2. He got it downgraded to a grade 1 back in the trial matches against Makasini. He hit Makasini in the head. He was upright, by the way, completely upright. Hit him in the head with the shoulder, led with the shoulder. Went in with his father and got it downgraded to a grade 1, so he only had a fine and missed nothing. He was supposed to miss 3 weeks.
Went with Daddy Ivan.
He was supposed to get 3 weeks, mate. 3 freaking weeks. He got downgraded to nothing. To grade 1. So he got 0 weeks. Crichton hit Setu 2 square with the shoulder to the face. Didn't get a sin bin. He got a grade 2. Somehow got it downgraded as well. Missed 0 weeks. And Hudson Young, probably pretty much the same tackle. Grade 2 offence, gets 2 weeks. Then Jaden Sewer, mate, Jaden Sewer, grade 3, 3 weeks. Sewer's was so much worse than Hudson Young's. It makes no sense. I know it's his second offence, but
that's what I was about to say. I was having a look at it here. So that's Hudson Young's second offence, and that's Jaden Sewer's first.
But you know how BS.
So they take that into account to an extent,
brother.
But I don't know.
How
the interpretation.
He pulled his hair. Right, that's his first offence, the hair pulling of Dominic Young. That's got nothing to do with like a shoulder.
Is it really?
Is. Yes.
And how is that's
that
not
was
a grade 2?
His first offence. It was a grade 1. What was it? A grade 1.
Foul play or something.
Foul play
like
or something like that.
It's bullshit.
That was
that's
his first
crap.
offence. That's what I'm saying.
That's crap.
It's BS. Crichton. It's so frustrating. There's protected species in the NRL.
They're protected species, mate.
But there's no consistency with the high tackles. Like, it makes no sense. I thought Sewer was 100% a send-off. I thought that was fair. Like,
just the force that he had
3 weeks. He should have got 4, but anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't see the actual shot which showed the shoulder hitting his head, but still, leaning with the head in that play, you can't do. It's
No.
outlawed. So, yeah. Another thing too, which is interesting. It was Cameron Murray got hit. No,
Yeah.
he didn't go for a HIA.
No, he didn't.
Surely there was some symptoms there where you're going to go, yeah, he's got to go off.
Yeah, well, that's why I'm saying especially with, remember Mitch Kenny, I know this is different, but Mitch Kenny, that hip drop from Cody Nicarima on the weekend, which was complete BS as well. The hip drop is absolutely terrible. We won't get into that. Mitch Kenny then had to go off with an injury, so it was a delayed 10 sin bin for Cody Nicarima, who had to serve his time in the bin after Kenny went off. I think that I'm a very biased Raiders fans, but I dead set think because Farlongo went off with the HIA, Hudson Young 100% should have followed him in the bin. We were very, very lucky that we got a rub of the green call. Like, we are so, so lucky that Hudson Young didn't go into the sin bin.
Yeah, I suppose, take it or leave it. It was towards very, very end of the game. We certainly did get lucky there. Quickly, just in regards to the hip drops and that, and that's all a coaching thing, to be honest. Like you didn't see any of those tackles being made 20 plus years ago, really. It's all about, taking their legs out. And they happen by accident, of course. It's them, trying to take them to the ground, and they sort of get it wrong. We're just seeing a lot more of them frequently, and I think the referees are just starting to crack down on it once they notice techniques and stuff. It's horrible, but yeah, they don't want it happening more often.
Yeah, completely agree. No, but that's my forking fuming. I didn't raise my voice though, so I guess
right.
You could say I'm not as fuming, but it's just quite frustrating as a fan.
I'm glad your fumes are extinguished. Yeah,
Mate,
definitely.
I'm still fuming about your freaking you backing the Raiders out. I'm not having
that. Yeah. Anyway,
no.
move on, mate. Move on. We had another angry Storm supporter next to us as well. He was pretty quiet during the game. Like, he's not quite used to being in the bottom of the table. That's for sure.
I'll tell
it's
you what,
new environment.
We had a Dolphin supporter there as well, and he was more excited that the Storm were winning compared to the freaking his own team winning. Anyway,
I bet.
Anyway,
All right, moving on to the Raiders v Storm.
Yeah.
Third win of the season. How good? Back to back. 26 points to 22. Pretty good game, honestly. Friday night, 6 p.m. Wouldn't expect a massive crowd. They got 17,000 in the end, which is a pretty good outing for GAO. It's good to see. There were a few empty seats in amongst, but pretty good overall. What can we say? It's been the story of the season, the first 7 rounds. Simi Sasangi, yet again, producing another outstanding performance at centre. Wasn't he awesome? He kicked us off at the 4th minute with a try. And then not long after, Storm barely had any possession whatsoever. And Horsburgh crashed over the easiest of tries, wasn't it? But it was quite clearly we're targeting Storm's left side defence to start that game, wasn't it, Dick?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Obviously, the inexperience of Manaya Waiatere came into play there, and we just absolutely exposed him on that side of the field. He moved from centre to wing multiple times. I think they were going to
they did.
Like,
they were
you can clearly see they're like, oh, let's put him back at centre. Oh, let's put him back at the wing. Oh, no, let's put him back at centre. Let's put him back at wing. They were confused as... And Simi just absolutely ran rings around him, and it was beautiful to see. And Dill, can you believe an ex-Raider did not score against us? I don't think I've ever seen that.
Crazy, I know. Hang on, wait. Let me think. Score the choice. Definitely no ex-Raiders. Yeah,
No.
I know. Crazy.
Insane.
You kind of think that'd occur at some point.
100%. But... it was good to see 17,000 people out there. Dill, when Hosking went over for his no try, I don't think I've heard noise like that in Canberra for a long time, man. And it gave me goosebumps just thinking about it. Watch the replay. Man, we made lots of noise, and it was just good to see the Canberra fans getting behind their team once again.
It was great. Yeah, I was in the toilet, and I was like, I can't watch this. I was stressing out, bro.
3 minutes
And I was
left,
like, nah, see ya. And then, I could just hear, I was like, I think... It might have been up the trials, and I was like, Sanders hit the upright, and I was like, surely I reckon that happened, because everyone was like, oh, and I was like, Sanders hit the upright, didn't they? And you're like, yep. And Hosking scored at the end to rush out mid-P.
Yeah. You obviously
back
wash your
into the
hands
crowd,
with
you
it,
know.
didn't you?
Yeah, yeah. No,
Yeah.
I'd wash my hands, of course. You filthy. See, I don't know why this guy. Oh my god, it's so annoying. Anyway, really good start to the game, and the next sort of half an hour, it was all Melbourne. Like we had an incident with Horsburgh. I'll get your take on this in a minute. By the look of it, all he said was the F word. Like he kind of got frustrated. Like Melbourne were lying all over the ruck this game, right? Harry Grant and Horse was probably trying to milk the penalty a bit. He got up frustrated. He just went fuck. He just said the F word,
Yeah.
right? And then
Fuck, not the other
Peter
F word.
Goff had nothing, didn't want anything to do with it. And he was like, "What?" And look, I can't completely say that Horsburgh wasn't at fault. I don't know why he put himself in that position, right? Knowing that our discipline has been so poor to start the season. But surely in that situation, the referee would go like, "Oh, I'll let you off this time.
Yeah, it's a
Don't talk to
warning.
me like that."
100%. No, I completely agree. And Dill, this is the really interesting. Did you watch that Parramatta versus Bulldogs game?
Yeah, yeah, I did
Penasini,
actually.
Penasini said to the referee, "Give us a fucking call."
Yeah,
At
that's
he looked
way
dead,
worse.
dead eyes. He
Yeah.
said, "Give me an effing call,"
Yeah,
and referee didn't blow anything.
yeah,
What, bro? Peter Goff.
yeah.
I swear, bro. Oh my god. Yes, but all Corey Horsburgh said was in an angry fashion. He just screamed, "Fuck!" So that was the F word he screamed.
Or even
But,
that later in the game, you could overhear Harry Grant saying something to the referee like, "Oh, you know, you're trying pretty hard not to give us the win," or something like that. And the referee was like, I should know better of you, Harry," or something like that.
see, like,
Um,
oh man, that's actually so frustrating. Like sometimes I feel like these calls, they only like pick it up if it's a Raiders player. If they're wearing green, I'll just penalise them. Dead said sometimes it does feel like that.
no, yeah, that was a frustrating point in the game, and our defense wasn't able to hold out. Like Farlong strolled over immediately after that Melbourne's first shot on our line. I thought that's a pretty poor excuse of a tackle down the left hand side. I think it might have been Young and Sanders sort of got caught up there, and on the back of that, yeah, I think Jed Stewart had an error playing the ball, and even that was a little bit
Sus.
whether there was a hand in there or not. But yeah, our defence yet again. Obviously, new combinations on that left hand side: Sebastian, Chris, and Timoko. Chris jammed in and huge just with the cutout ball straight away to Warbrick. Eh?
Yeah. The our wing defense is still so poo, man. Like, I mean, I dead set think center is the hardest position to defend in, and you can only do so much when you've got an overlap or if your winger comes in. Like, it's not really the center's fault, but
Yeah.
once again, our wings defense is still a little bit letting us down. But no doubt, I think we'll fix it up as the season goes on. Otherwise, yeah, teams will probably roll through us. Now, Dill, I know you said that if we didn't win this game, we wouldn't make top 8. Where do you stand on us? Where do you see us tracking along here so far in the season? I know we're only 7 rounds in. It's a bit of an early call, but how do you see us tracking at the moment?
Yeah. Oh, could be better, if we're going to be honest. I think the last 2 games we've been able to cut out just the fundamental basic errors we were making. Just like I think we're not lying in the ruck as much, and that can sort of go against us in a way, because if we're not holding down the tackle, that allows players to just get up and play the ball immediately. And that's what happened in the Souths game in the second half. They were just rolling through us. I thought Sanders and Strange are starting to click a little bit more in attack. We're seeing that with more points being scored. I think, Sanders definitely his organisational skills. I think this game was probably really on show. I think this is probably his best game overall. I thought he looked very composed. We're just not as ill-disciplined, I think. And that just goes a long way. It just helps you heaps. Obviously, I think our defence is a main concern at the moment. I think if anything needs working on, it's that.
Agreed.
But I think this game was really good. Obviously, Melbourne are a good side. I know they're in a bit of a form slump, but I felt like we were able to hold momentum through periods of the game and sort of apply pressure, which I think is what you need going forward. Not too bad. Better than I was hoping for. So
Yeah, agreed. I mean, if you told me the first 5 games, I'd be like, oh no, we're not making the 8 from here. But we've really had our backs against the walls these last couple of weeks. Like people backing us out against the Rabbitohs, against the Storm. Storm, surely they have to beat the Raiders. They can't lose 5 in a row. And if you're going to
Yeah.
beat one team, it'll be the Raiders, especially against your arch nemesis. So, you'd want to beat them to get back on the road. But they keep backing us out. And look, I'm pretty proud. I reckon that's our best win of the season so far. I know you'd probably go as far to say the Manly, but we didn't choke, which was nice to see. We maintained. We were very consistent throughout the whole game. I know we were up 12-0. That's different at the start of the game when we blew the lead. But look, I think this is our best win we've had this season, and it was just good to see us play a bit gutsy and really play through the middle of the field. Like 4 of our forwards still made over 100 metres for the first time this season. So that's really, really good to see. Our bench forwards and our starting forwards have been are starting to get back onto that role that we know they can get back.
It is for sure. I think it's been a bit of a masterstroke from Stick. Swapping the forwards out. Having Mariota and Smithy starting. Mariota the last 2 weeks has been really good. This week has been one of his best games in a long time. Like just some of his post-contact measures in through the middle. He had some really, really good runs to get us off to start the game. Unfortunate for Papa going down with an injury, of course. He hasn't had the flashes start to the year. I don't know whether that's a sign Father Time's calling, and maybe we signed him a year too long. I don't know. But yeah, Mariota and Taps, I think especially Morgan Smithies. Mariota ran for 130, and Tarpany ran for about 120 odd. They were really good, I think, and just laying the platform for us overall, which we haven't had consistently to start the season, I feel. That was what we needed, I reckon.
Yeah, 100% we did. I think our forwards also throughout the game we didn't try we didn't try run the ball as much as we did. Like our front rowers were actually using the ball, shoveling the ball out, which is exactly what we wanted to do, just to take some stress off Sanders, always having to have the ball in his hand for these set plays. But our forwards starting to give the ball, like Horse was starting to play as that ball playing lock, same as Smitty's. And it was just good to see that it's sort of like glimpses of what we had last year, which was nice. But our forwards going forwards really helps you win games. Another thing that we did really well was our attack inside our 20 deal, our red zone 20. Finally, all of our tries were inside the 20 for the first time this season.
Oh, yeah.
Very good to see. I was complaining last week. We scored all our tries but one long distance. But they really shut me up this week. So thank goodness our red zone 20 is back to its best.
Love Sanders sweeping on both sides of the ruck. I think he's fantastic at first receiver, popping up on either side. Like for the Strange try in the second half, he was the first receiver, popping on the right side of the play of the ball. I think he threw a nice sweeping ball out to like a phase pass out to Sasangi, and then he just did his own. He does best. Stepped off his right foot, beat a few defenders and offloaded, and then same one that's with the Timoko try. It was a nice. The classic Raiders wraparound play, Hosking back to Sanders, and then he had a cutout ball out to Timoko. And that's what I really like to see, giving our centres early ball, which we really have not seen from the Raiders in some time. I think, being able to play from one side of the field to the other, which a lot of teams do, what Penrith do, is what you got to do in the modern game. I think just using our strong and athletic outside backs to our advantage, and we're definitely able to do that and capitalise on some poor reads by the Melbourne defence. It was good from Sanders.
Yeah, absolutely. Sanders, and we saw Strange and Sanders link up multiple times throughout the game. We liked Sanders moving back over that left-hand side and combining well with... Strange combining well with Sanders on that left-hand side, which is very good to see because we were saying that before. We needed to see more of Strange. We need to see him get more involved, and we definitely did see that this week. His running meters, his balls... And he's got a really good... His balls.
He's got good balls, eh? Yeah.
His running game and his footwork and his fend is back. And his link up with Simi Sasangi has also been phenomenal to start the season.
The last few weeks, yeah.
Really starting to click in, which is really good.
Mate, they need a combination name. Like, we're going to have to come up with something. Like a Leipana-esque name. What could it be? Like a Trasangi?
What'd you say?
Or a Strasangi.
Strasangi.
Or
Strasangi sounds so
Dr.
good.
Simi. I don't know, bro.
Dr.
Like,
Simi. What?
Sasange. I don't know. It doesn't really work. But SS. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't. You're just pulling at strings at the moment, Dill.
S squared. I don't know, bro.
S squared. Yeah, but no, the double Ethans linking up throughout the game was beautiful to see, and it was just good to see Strange heading back over that left-hand side where he used to play and link up with some of his former teammates on that left-hand side. So, yeah. You know what I mean?
It was good.
It was good.
Good stuff, bro. Why don't we move into our Eye of Odin recipients for this week? Number 1, points awarded to was Ethan Strange, I believe.
Yep.
Number 2, we had Hudson Young. I thought he was super busy in and around the ball. Like, he was just a nightmare constantly for the Melbourne defence. He put a great tackle on, I think it was, Fa'alongo.
No.
After kick chase. He was great. Unlucky not to score his try, which we'll talk to, because that was just fucking bizarre.
Yes. Yeah.
And then 5 points. Let's guess.
Sangi. The man, the myth, the Samoan legend.
Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's Simi Sasangi, bro. How good was he, man?
Oh, bloody awesome.
230 run meters, 64 post contact, 1 line break, 1 try assist, 4 tackle breaks, and a try. Even take away those key stats, with his try involvements. Like, he was just constantly involved, making good runs through the middle. Biggest play of the match was his intercept. Like, that's got to be the turning point of the week, has it not?
Oh yeah, 100% it does. 100% it was. If he didn't make that intercept, Storm scoring that left-hand side.
They score, bro. Yeah.
Fantastic eyes-up footy from Simi Sasangi. He spotted that Munster would throw that ball because 100% he's going to throw that ball. But, fantastic work from Sasangi. And, we love him over here in the podcast. We should just do a fan page deal.
Pretty much. I think there is an Instagram page now, something about that.
Yeah, good. It's about time that people
Everyone's
recognise his
got one.
name. And now people are throwing up, Dill, because we were talking about this last couple of weeks. Origin eligibility, everyone's like, oh, surely he's going to play Origin, surely. No, he can't, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen.
No.
He's born and raised in New Zealand, and he moved over here when he was 16, so he's unfortunately
16,
uneligible to play for New South Wales, which actually is a bummer, because I reckon he would have been a smoky.
I know, yeah. He's been the form centre of the comp, there's no doubt about it. Obviously, Farm West has been really good, but just week to week, given that we don't... Our attack's not as flash as other teams. It says a lot, really, that he's been that good.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just crazy that he's held Tomoko out for this long, but it makes sense, and it's a good call from Ricky. It's probably been his best call of the season to put Simi in the centres. He knows how threatening he is. He knows he had a good pre-season, and it's just really good to see Sasangi linking well with all the boys and playing 80 minutes is what you love to see from Sasangi.
That's right. At the start of the year, we're like, this guy's so good, but how do we fit him in to our side as an 80-minute player? We'll talk about this later, but how are we going to work out this week? With a lot of experience forwards out of the side, and how are we going to shift it without changing too much and ruining our momentum of having 2 back-to-back wings? But, we'll get to that later. 86 completion rate as well.
Yeah,
highest completion rate of the season.
Yep.
Like I said, discipline, a lot better. I thought, under the high ball, we were quite strong. Weeks was very composed. Jed Stewart, what do you think of him? I thought he was
safe as houses,
reasonably
mate.
solid.
Generals is safe as houses.
What about him bounding down the wing? How good do you look there, bro?
I was going to say, bro, that he was mid-air. He had Xavier Coates type-esque, put
Brett
down.
Morris-esque,
oh
bro.
My God. If that pass wasn't forward. I mean, it was forward, but if it wasn't forward. Oh, brother. Try of the week, put it down. Oh, my God, I was frothing.
Oh, yeah.
It was just fantastic to see. But Dill, the little saving grace for us, you reckon it was... I know Tomoko, we love Mokes, and it was good to see him back in his return game, scoring a try. But he had a calf, pulled up with a calf, strain... It was more of a cramp.
Was it it was more of a cramp. Cramp. He couldn't play on.
More of a cramp. Obviously, playing his first game was in first grade this year. Well, not really, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It was always going to happen. But Hutto moving to the centres, he did a fantastic defensive work in the last 5 minutes, didn't he? Like it was, it was really good to see. He just doesn't stop trying. And
No. Well, after seeing where Sanders defended when we had bloody a player down, glad they picked Hudson. Yeah. Yeah. No. It was good. It was good. It was only for that late period of the game, but it was very important. Like, but then that certainly couldn't stop Will Warbrick's love tap on him. What a sook right at the end of the game,
I
huh?
know. There was no way that was ever going to be a penalty. Like, seriously. He ducked into the tackle. But anyway.
Yeah, it was like Mitchell Moses' one. Like, I mean, look, fair enough. It wasn't even high. You can't even say that's high. He fell into it.
Yeah, exactly. He literally ducked into his pelvis.
Bullshit.
BS.
It's like the same thing saying how, like, I got head butted by head. Yeah.
Exactly right.
So I should get suspended. Yeah.
Anyway, Jill, I thought the only bad thing, the only couple of negatives that came from this game was obviously we discussed before was our edge defense. But most importantly, I think we are a big momentum killer side. When we gain momentum, we seem to do something stupid to get rid of that momentum. We cannot consistently apply pressure by building momentum when we keep doing this stupid shit. Like, I know that Horsburgh thing, he said the F word. Even Ricky said, mate, you shouldn't be doing that. Just take a momentum
killer.
It's a momentum killer. We had the momentum. We probably marched down the other end of the field and score, no doubt. Who knows what would happen next? But we just need to hold momentum. That's the only thing that I have for this week. That's the only negative thing that I have for this week is just we throw away our momentum by doing something dumb.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And, like, I know that the Melbourne Storm, I know they're a good side, but, like, we can't let them score 3 quick tries in a row. Like, when Meany scored his first try, I was like, this is going to be tough to, get us back in the game. And I think half time was realistically a lifesaver. And I think that's kind of what Craig Bellamy went at, like, about how he was kind of disappointed about how they finished the half because they probably could have gone on with it with a few more tries. So, we just got to be more controlling in that period and, hold possession. Yeah. What about Craig Bellamy? He was at the Lighthouse pub after the game.
That.
He clearly couldn't give a shit that it was his 5th loss in a row. He thought, something new.
Took a couple photos with our mates as well. We saw them through. So that was pretty funny to see. 5 in a row. He's like, fuck it, I'll just go to the pub.
Yeah.
Drink your sorrows away. There's nothing better than, like, I don't know, it's just good that they're all humans, They're all human beings. They can do whatever the hell they want to do. It's bloody good to see.
Yeah. It's good. Another thing too. What?
It was good. Dylan, you know what? Before we go on, I'm going to interrupt you. Do you have any, let's say, underrated performances that caught your eye throughout the game at all, Dill?
Yeah, I think outside of our top 3, I think Mariota, Tarpany, and Sanders are the probably ones that stand out to me. I think Sanders, out of everything else, I think his kicks were just pinpoint constantly. I thought his kicking game, he just kicks the ball so sweetly. Even his goal kicking was very good.
It was, yeah.
Left foot kicker. The kick to begin the match, he pinned the ball probably 2 meters. I thought it was going to go dead in goal, but 2 meters outside the Storm's goal line. And his just game management overall was outstanding. He looked very, very composed. And I think Tarpin looked. I think it's always like his first stint's probably his best. I think and it's hard for a guy like him who's been one of the best front rows the last few years, and he's heading towards the back end of his career to be the alpha male each week. No, I thought he was very good, and like we said before, Mariota stepping up to fill the shoes. Bigger minutes, which you're all going to be tested for more so this week, our forwards, is good. It's a good sign.
Yeah, 100% Dill. I thought the Colonel, he definitely did play very well. That's his best kicking game we've seen this season, and it's exactly what we need to see. Like, we just got to remember he's only 21 years old, which is pretty crazy to think.
Yeah.
Well, 22, sorry. But he's killing it. He's leading this team from the front. His ball work, his kicking game has been phenomenal to see. Only questionable things so far is his defence. Obviously, it's pretty hard to be a small halfback and defend a huge second runner.
I honestly, just to start his career, I think there's not many. I haven't seen many better halfbacks defensively to start their career than him. He's not small. He's a big body for a halfback. I'm not saying he's been scot-free in that department. Like this game, evidently he was targeted in defence, which is going to happen. He's just going to have to get used to that in combinations, whatever. And it's more so that sliding defence. Yeah, no, I definitely hold him high so far defensively. I think he's been pretty good.
Yeah, agreed. And just touching on Mariota as well, 132 metres, 47 post contact, 1 tackle break, 22 tackles. Phenomenal stint from Mariota. He played 48 minutes as well. About time we saw Mariota stand up for the team.
Yeah.
We know that he's got that in him, in his game. He's capable of taking over Papa. We have full belief over him. We were a bit nervous coming into this season going, oh, look, Mariota's not starting. That's probably making us a bit nervous. But it's good that Ricky's seen that and gone, you know what, no, Papa, you need to start on the bench. Towards the end of your career, Mariota needs to take over from you. And
I think so, yeah.
Decision. Dill, I wanted to touch on Starling. I know the stats don't really show how good he was for us in the line. He topped our tackle count for the second week in a row, but Dill, it's his line speed that wins us the games. That second half, I couldn't keep my eyes off him. He was in every single tackle. I swear. I know he had 4 ineffective or 3 and 4 missed tackles, but he's a little bloke, so him getting bumped off, I don't know if it's really much of a missed tackle when. But
yeah, well, that's 90% of his missed tackles
exactly
are the ones that he's leading the line in line speed, and you'll bump off the tackle more than likely.
I just want to see more of his running game come back. I know we saw it a couple times last week against the Storm, but I just think his running game is so threatening at a dummy half around the lazy middle of the ruck, lazy front rowers in the middle. I just want to see more of that from Tommy Starling.
He's not the most he's not the most creative hooker, so I think he's got to run more.
Yeah, agreed.
Great opportunities.
I thought he was fantastic once again. Like him coming out that lock position, I actually do like seeing him there.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't be surprised to see that this week, to be honest, to give some of our forwards a break. He is good through the middle, bit of a mobile. He adds a bit of mobility, I think, to our side when he comes on there. One thing I want to point out too, what about the Hudson Young try to start the game? Look, in my opinion, all of the bunker decisions that were sort of like 50-50, I think they got him. I got them correct. Yep. Even the Harry Grant one, I thought they could go. But like I said, a 50-50 because I definitely have seen that go the other way. I tell the Hudson Young one. I guarantee if that was the Penrith Panthers, that try would have been try confirmed Cleary kicking for goal. Like they're literally trying to find a reason to like disallow it.
Yep.
Like, did they get the call right? Look, they did, yes. Was an accidental offside? Yeah, yes. But who cares in that situation? Why is it even relevant if the ball bounces off Seb Chris's freaking... I know he's in front of him, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly right. It's so stupid. No, I completely agree with you. Like, that call, we were looking at each other going, are you serious? Like, are they nitpicking us? Why out of every team they're nitpicking is... Bro, this sounds so bad, but I'm just saying, I swear it's always against the Raiders. Do they have a vendetta against us? Like, I don't understand. Like, sometimes it feels like it.
Yeah, I'm sure. Look, I don't think there'd be any team, any fan of any side in the NRL who would say that they get the rub of the green. Look, I'd argue that and say Melbourne do, Roosters do, but...
Panthers do.
Potentially, but I don't. There's nothing intentional there. Unfortunately, I feel like it happens to us more often than not.
Yeah.
But happy days. Third win of the season.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, really good. At home too. First win at home. Hopefully, it definitely give a lot of confidence to the boys going ahead in games. Being in that position where you really have to step up and get your season back and running. A win can definitely change that. So hopefully 3 in a row next week.
Yeah, let's hope. We're heading over to Leichhardt, so that'll be good fun, Dill? On the hill.
Will be interesting.
Assaulted. Punches thrown, probably. Not from us, but from supporters. So, sitting 13th on the ladder. Promotion, Dill. That's what they say.
Yep.
We're getting promoted this year, I'm telling you.
You bet. Tastes like promotion, as we say.
Tastes
All
like
right.
promotion.
For anyone who's watching this, the review of the stored game is recorded on the Monday, so before any team lists are announced. So if we're talking about who should come into the side,
Yep.
no team list for the Tigers game has been released.
Yep.
So in the light of that, we're going to talk about the New South Wales Cup game, which I went to at Seaford Avon Queanbeyan, just lightly, on Saturday. The boys came up with a 48 to 12 victory, their first win of the season over the Melbourne Storm. Good performance, I thought, overall. Owen Paddy absolutely killed it. He kicked his, I think, fourth or fifth 40-20 of the year. Like, he's dead set been the best hooker in the competition so far. Just his creativity. Like, he had 2 try assists setting up for his front rowers. He had another line break assist. He was unlucky not to score right at the end of the game. He made like a break from halfway and dive in the corner, and he got tackled over the sideline. But he's unbelievable to watch. Just his ability with his deception and his ability to see and read the defensive line is going to be so valuable in years to come for us, I think.
Yeah, most definitely. Well, that makes the argument again, doesn't it? I feel like we talk about it every week. Like, how much longer? Surely this week, surely next week, surely in the time being. Dill, I have no idea when he's going to come into the squad, but I think he needs to come in sooner than later. But it's good. You know what? It's good that he's killing a New South Wales Cup. He's playing big minutes. He's playing good footy. He's kicking 40-20s. He's making tackles. He's not overplaying his hand as much as we have seen him overplay his hand. It's just very good to see. And I think it was a good decision from Ricky to leave him out in the beginning of the year.
It's good. Yeah, definitely, for sure. I think a young player like that, getting the more minutes, the most amount of minutes he can, is the best thing for him going forward, for sure. And look, I don't think his position in the side is going to change dependent on how the NRL side's doing. I think he's going to stay there as long as possible. Look, if we decide to change, I think it's all revolves around Starling's minutes. If Ricky wants to play Starling as a 60-minute hooker, Owen Paddy's not going to play. I'd rather be playing Cup.
Yep.
And I don't think he really matches our side at the moment in an NRL. I think he'll come in eventually, possibly as our starting 9 straight in.
Yep.
Because like he gives me Harry Grant vibes. Just his creativity is unreal.
So you don't see him returning back throughout this season, you think, next year?
Look, maybe, quite possibly. I think having a game here, a game there couldn't hurt.
Yep.
But hell, it just depends how things revolve.
Yep.
Look, I don't know. We'll see
we're
what
literally
happens.
one injury away from a reshuffle in the hooker department, so
Yes, exactly
anything
right.
can happen at any time. But I think what Ricky's trying to say is just be patient.
Yeah,
patience is key for a decent hooker to come through the ranks.
It does.
Still have a look at these stats. Chevy played, like, all of our backs played really well, along with
They did.
Jakey Clydesdale and Venna Patuki Case as well.
Yeah.
Played really well, and it's good to see.
Yeah, it was really good. Yeah, definitely looking at a close watch at Tamale at this game, just see how he went. He was pretty quiet, I think, for the first half for sure. Like he had 14 runs. Chevy Stewart had 18, so both pretty high working. But he got put on report for a lifting tackle in the first half. Watching it live, I thought, oh shit, that's pretty bad. But then looking back at it, I was like, if he just lifted beyond horizontal, he won't get suspended for that. I highly doubt it. He was good under the high ball, which is what you want to see. Obviously, kickers in New South Wales Cup aren't at the same level. But, second half I thought it was really good. Had a line break, which the Raiders scored off, and then he scored a try off a kick in the back end of the game. In my opinion, not enough for him to be elevated back into the NRL side. I think you probably want to give him at least a month, unless forced through injury. Yeah, 200 metres. No, he had a solid out in there. 8 tackle breaks as well. Chevy had 8 tackle breaks. He had only 2. Wow. Yeah, I definitely want to see more of him there, at least. Another one of my close watches, also too, Joe Roddy got removed from the game before kickoff. So they had Joe Roddy wrapped up in cotton wool.
Yes.
So they had Joe. So they had Joe Roddy wrapped up in cotton wool to reserve him for next week. to replace Hudson and Papa, which was good. But I was definitely keeping a close eye on Jake Clydesdale. Based off his performance against Storm, I think he's given himself every chance to be picked against the Tigers. I really think he's stamped his ground right there and given himself every chance to play NRL. I thought he was really good, had plenty of offloads, had a couple of line breaks. One was a try, one was just running hard through the middle. Like he's a big boy, like he's over 200 centimeters tall. And I think he's NRL ready. I dead set think if Ricky goes this way, I'd pick him on the bench
I was going to
if it were me.
I agree. I think we'll probably see him get picked on the bench tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, on Tuesday, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, most definitely. New South Wales Cup, finally their first win of the season. Probably see a couple of them picked for, or maybe just one, for the NRL squad on Tuesday. We have no idea where they will go. Let's just hope they don't put Sasangi in the second row, because that would absolutely make me fume. Because he's been the best.
Yeah.
He's been the best centre in the competition. Just leave him. Just leave him there. He's doing well. I saw a couple people pick him in the second row. I go, no. Do not pick him there. Like,
changing your winning side.
yeah,
You're changing too much.
Changing too much. You don't want to do that. You want to keep Jaden Bradley as well there. You only need to make the force changes that are necessary. So Papa comes out. Joe Roddy slots into the 8. Or Mariota slots into the 8. Roddy goes to the bench. And then we'll probably see Noah Martin go to second row with...
Yeah.
Oh, who knows?
Hosking.
Hosking
Have to be Hosking, yeah.
Hosking.
We'll
go on the bench.
Yeah, or Joe Roddy. Joe Roddy can play second row.
Exactly.
My other thought too is if Ricky doesn't think Clydesdale's quite NRL ready, like we've had a few forwards out against the Warriors in another game earlier in the season, and that's when we saw Timoko coming off the bench. Potentially, I could see them maybe naming like Dane Laurie or someone like that on the bench, and then he comes and plays maybe on the wing. They shift Seb Chris to centre, and then Sasangi plays like maybe 20 minutes at the back of the game at second row, like they did there. Like I could see that potentially.
Yeah.
Or they play Starling in the middle more, or something like that.
Yeah, because
they
want Dane Laurie to play in the centres or in the wing, so I think that's why they're trying to make it force to Sasangi play in the second row. But anyway, good win, Dill, from the New South Wales Cup. Thanks for updating us about how they went and what you saw and the insights when you went to the game. Fantastic work there, Dill. Now, do you want to introduce us to our new segment of the week? What is it called, Dill? What is it about?
Skull!
Skull!
Skull of the week is our new segment. So we'll pick a moment from the round which just went, and we're going to be raising our drinks,
Cheers!
giving a toast out to something which we liked, something which we enjoyed and watched over the weekend. Skull is obviously got a link with the Vikings there, how they skull their horns and drink their beer and whatnot.
Drink piss.
So that's right, bit of Skull there. What's yours for this week, Deck? We'll both choose.
I think I've got a couple here. My Skull of the week. I was gonna pick 3, but I'm just gonna pick 2. So I'm toasting Dill to the man who returned back to the NRL after 400 days being out. He scored against his old club. It's Matt Duffy, mate. It's nothing more satisfying than seeing someone come back from the Super League after over 400 days away of not being in the NRL, and guess what, Dill? He scored against his old club. To rub the salt into the wounds of the Dragons, Matt Duffy returns and scores against his old club. He was phenomenal, and you know what the crazy part about it is? He officially ran the most run meters out of any fullback this season. So, for his age... Serious.
How much?
So, I think it was like over 300 or something.
Bloody hell, that's good going.
I think. So, yeah, fantastic work there from Matt Duffy. It's just really satisfying to see him come back and tear his old club a new one. Obviously, Latrell for Mitchell. Oh my God, I'm having a stroke. Latrell Mitchell scoring 4 tries was another thing that wasn't going to be on my bingo list. But Matt Duffy, he ran for a total of 333 metres still. So there you go. Absolutely unbelievable there.
Talk about head noise for the Dragons.
Yes, I know. It just doesn't get more. Flanagan officially sacked.
I know, right? And
Unbelievable.
yeah, we're not going to talk about it too much, but
No, we don't need to.
third Dragons coach in the last 5 years. They've kicked out their head of football as well, general manager. So yeah, I think it lies a lot deeper than just the coach. I think it's more to do with the playing roster they have. I don't think
Absolutely.
it's going to make a difference.
And my last skull of the week, Dill. I'll raise my drink. I'll have a sip. The last skull of the week. Cheers to the Tigers fans, mate. We're going up there to Leichhardt this week. We're going to get the noise. We're probably going to get a few bruises, a few scars on the way back home. But, Dill, the noise that they make, for a side who struggled for so long, it's just really good to see them winning again. The claws out, baby. Get
Claws
the
up.
Claws up.
Claws up.
Claws out and about in Tiger Town. But the noise they made on the weekend, I think, was just absolutely unbelievable. I haven't heard noise like that from Campbelltown in over a decade, Dill. They were absolutely fantastic. They came out of numbers. It was a joy to watch and a joy to see.
Well, it's good. Yeah. At least the fans have something to cheer for once.
Yeah.
I'm so surprised how good Adam Dewey's been to start the season.
And Coruscant.
Like, so good, man. So good.
Might be a smoky for Origin, Adam Duhay.
Who? Yeah, God. Campbelltown Stadium, like a real traditional old footy grounds. And they bring the most heartier fans, don't they?
They absolutely do, Dill.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on. Dill, who are you schooling to? Who are you raising your drink for? What's your school of the week?
Our school, first one goes to a former Raiders player.
Oh, no.
Playing for the Knights, we let him go. Trade him us, Trey Mooney. Moondog. He scored 3 tries to start the season. What he's doing, bruz? Okay, how good is that? How good is that, though? Yeah, like, I'm kind of happy in a way for him. Like, as a professional athlete, you're not going to stick around at a club if you're not going to be playing games. Like, you're not going to have the most of it, right? You need to progress somewhere. And he's been outstanding. Like, we know how much promise he had coming through the Raiders. And yeah, I think he's delivered. He's done a really good job as their alpha male, main front rower there. And he's crashed over 3 tries to start the season, which, real good going.
Yeah, how good. Trey Mooney. I wish we didn't get rid of him, eh? Like, what could have been at the Raiders? I always think about it, what could have been. Moondog was just, oh, man.
What could have been if Papa retired last year?
Exactly right. And it's probably the wrong call from our end. Well, from Ricky, not from our end, from Ricky's end, to keep Papa for one more year. But obviously, I don't know, actually. I just don't know what he was thinking. I think it was the wrong call, but we won't get into that. But yeah, so good to see Trey Mooney score another try. His 3rd try of the season. Fantastic, Dill.
Not bad, not bad.
3rd try of the season?
3rd, I believe, yeah.
That's what you're saying, yeah, okay.
Yeah. My other school is to all of the brilliant finishes we saw in the Warriors-Titans game. Luciana Khan-Pereira on the left and DWZ on the right. Yeah. That was awesome to say. Like, they're some of the best finishes in the corner in the game. And, we saw some absolute great footy from the Warriors that first half there. Just their ability to sweep over across the other side. Fast hands from the centres. I think Faymani had a great finish there as well in the game. And just so exciting when you see tries like that. It's pretty good. I got pretty giddy when I saw that.
Of course you did, Dill. You always get a bit too giggy.
Yeah, so like It's like, that was a good finish.
But no, look, the Titans getting rid of, like, the Warriors, most of the Warriors try scorers were ex-Titans, which is pretty funny. Khan Pereira and Aaron Clark were the 2 ex-Titans to crash over.
Yeah, Aaron Mahau, how good's he been? Like, he's been one of the best rookies at the start of the year. Yeah.
On my Supercoach team, and he is absolutely loving my team.
Your Supercoach team?
My Supercoach.
No, you pile of shit.
Whoa,
got
now.
toasted this week, fella.
I still won.
Got toasted this week, young fella.
Oh yeah, you toasted, eh?
Anyway, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah,
I thought one player I do feel bad for in the Warriors side is Tane Tuapiki. Like, what's he got to do to play consistent NRL each week? Like, Chance is a good player, he's a great workhorse, you know what you're getting from each week, but fuck. Oh my god, like, his defense is pretty darn average,
Yeah.
and like some other stuff. Like yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, I feel bad for Tane Tuapiki. Kluckstad, yeah, I don't know. It's a Warriors thing, isn't it? I feel like.
Mm.
Yeah, but anyway, that doesn't matter.
I
But
know,
nice scores for the week, Dill.
Thank you. Enjoyed that.
I'll see you tomorrow, I guess, and we'll wake up. We'll have to wait a couple hours, more than a couple hours, to see how the Raiders will change things. Still, so do you want to give a predicted to what we think will?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, look, I can't see Ricky naming Sasangi to start at second row.
Good.
I can't see that happening.
No.
Whether he plays there later in the game, fair enough. Another of my thoughts is, look, they're not wanting to play Noah Martin for 80 minutes. Maybe he has to this game. Maybe he does. Another thing too is, yeah, playing Hosky on the edge, we kind of lose his impact through the middle.
Yep.
Which is a bit crap.
Yeah.
I think Clydesdale will be named. I think the performance on the weekend has just put him in a position to get picked.
Yeah.
At the end of the day. What do you reckon?
Agreed. I think. Oh goodness.
Joe Roddy, obviously.
I
That's
think,
without
I
saying.
think
He'll
it'll
be on
be
the
Noah
bench.
Martin and Zach Hosking will be our second rowers. I think Hosking
Yeah.
will play the whole 80
Mm.
on the second row. I don't think Ricky will move him into the middle, and then I think we'll see Jakey Clydesdale and Joe Roddy on the bench.
Yep. Yeah.
So basically,
And, I mean, Clyde, yeah.
But you could move
Yeah.
Hosco into the middle, and then you could put Joe Roddy in the second row. But it just
You could do that, yeah.
it just all depends.
Another thing too this year, like Ricky's been using all of his bench forwards in the first half.
Yep.
So he's clearly relying on quick interchange, which is you have to do.
Which is the modern game.
Yeah, which is the modern game.
Yeah.
But if Clydesdale does get a shot, like I reckon, like he'll do really good. Like he's a big boy,
Yeah.
big boy,
Built for the NRL.
and he's bided his time. Yeah.
What is he? 21, 22?
Yeah, 22. Like he's come through with all the young guys, like Owen Paddy, Chevy Stewart, Ethan Strange.
Yeah.
All these guys. So yeah, he's been around the club for a while, last few years or so, 3 years.
Yeah, I think we'll keep Dane Laurie and who would be our other? Dane Laurie and who? Because Joe Roddy's normally the 9.
Oh, I'd say Patuki Case is the next one to stand up. Yeah, because like outside of those two, we're running pretty short on forwards in general. Like there's no one outside of the top 30. Like Miles Martin, who was named in our top 30.
Yeah.
He played for Yes Magpies on the weekend.
Wow.
Yeah, like there's some other good Jersey flag players have come up. Like we've got 2 young back rowers who are only like 19 years old, and they're good, like good.
Yeah,
But yeah, not in her already, no way.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Definitely not. Well, Dill, we'll do the rest of this. We'll do the Tigers and Raiders on the Tuesday. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're listening, well, by the time you're listening to this, you will know the team list for the round. We have no idea. We're going with closed
Lucky
eyes.
Devils, eh?
Yeah, lucky. But yeah, we'll discuss about this straight away. So give us 5 minutes.
5 minutes later.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is a Tuesday night. Dylan and myself just saw the team list for the Tigers round 8 matchup. Anzac round, Leichhardt Oval, 7:50 p.m. on a Thursday night deal. Get keen, get excited. We ain't putting the claws out.
What do the Vikings do? Like if there was like we clap, we got the Viking
Yeah, we got the clap. We clap
Like
out.
the Viking clap shits on this claw thing. You see, I think it was Darcy McDonald, who's like a reporter. She was like, "Oh, it's an ick." I think it's cool. I think it's cool for the kids, but like doing the claw, it's
I think it's cool. I think
it's cool, eh? It's
I don't know.
unique.
Yeah, exactly right. I don't know what she's on about. She's just jealous, brother. But ladies and gentlemen, Raiders fans, get flocked to Leichhardt. Let's raid the hill. Raid the hill with green, not orange, because green is the colour of a winner, where orange, quite obviously, the colour of teams that fail in the NRL. So, Dill, we're in for a big one here at Leichhardt. We'll be up on the hill. We'll be dancing. We'll be cheering along our team in green. Now, Dill.
Hey, Thurston, where's your Queensland spirit now?
Hey, Tigers!
In relation to records at the game,
Yeah.
we've won, is it 10 straight
10 straight.
at Leichhardt?
Yep.
Not bad.
Not bad, son. Hey.
It's good. Okay. Now, I mean, they've kind of obviously, they play mix between Campbelltown and Leichhardt.
Yep.
But yeah, like we said earlier, like they had such a vocal crowd last week. God, the fans are starting to have something to cheer about for once.
Oh. Yeah, you know, not cheering for anything for the last couple of years. I just can't wait to raid that hill, Dill. Like, we're probably going to come home in a wheelchair, but, you know, that's just the beauty of football. Dill, now the changes didn't quite shock you, but you did predict a different team, so I don't know why you're not shocked, you absolute muppet. That's okay. But the Raiders, did you want to go through the Stickies notebook, Dill? Like, I can see your notebooks in front of you. Yep.
Just trying to go through the pages. Ricky sent me an email last night. I'm just trying to find. Oh, there it is. All right, Ricky. She's got some shocking handwriting, Sticky. Far out, man. Okay, Big Papa. Got some bad news, bro. 6 to 8 weeks.
Oh,
He's out.
You know what?
So round 14, 16. Lower leg injury. Yeah. Disappointing. Not what you want to hear. It's a lot of experience out in the forward pack, and then obviously Hudson Young out 2 games for suspension.
Yes.
So in, as we had thought, Mr. Joseph Roddy comes in on the bench in jersey number 16?
15.
15. So from the get-go, this is going to demand longer minutes from our experienced forwards, I think, just in general.
Yeah.
And then we're debating, we're like, Kleiser had a pretty good knock on the weekend. Is he going to come in? But no, they've decided to go with Dane Laurie, Big Dano, who's going to make his debut.
Good on him.
Coming off the bench.
How good, Dill. We've been waiting for this debut for a couple of weeks now. We thought it would happen sooner than later. But yeah, it's good to see Danny Laurie on the bench there. We saw the Raiders, they posted on their Instagram this morning. Oh, no, not this morning, just then actually, about Dane Laurie getting his jersey presentation with him and his wife. It was quite touching, quite moving. It's good to see him on the bench, and the thing that we didn't want to happen is probably going to happen, seeing that most likely our GOAT, our man, our myth, our Samoan legend, Sasangi will probably be moved to the second row late in this game.
More than likely. Look, I think it just depends on how the game pans out. Like, if it's a very, very tight game, Dane Laurie might not get any minutes. Dead set. I think, if we have the luxury to bring him on the field, we can change a few things around. Then I think, yes, Sasang will move into the back row, and then more than likely, Seb Chris will move to centre, and Dane Laurie come onto the wing. I think he's done a really good job in New South Wales Cup. When he's played fullback, he just takes those one-out run, those carries, so he's a bit of a workhorse. But yeah, just in general, I mean, having him in the side, he can create some spark in attack where we need it, for sure. But yeah, it's definitely going to demand longer minutes for our middles, I think. We won't be able to have Hosking play in the middle and have that impact as he has been, like this year and last year. And then Noah Martin's going to have to play longer minutes as well, which is quite a big ask considering how many tackles he's been making.
Yeah, it's a big ask for these younger forwards to come through and do what we know that our other forwards can. Joe Roddy, it'd be good to see him get more minutes in the squad. His upcoming match against the Tigers, Dill. That's what I'm mostly excited for. But look, a big ask. It's another big ask for Adam Mariota to just step up and show why he is the man to take over Papa. We say it week in, week out. We saw how good he played last week, starting in the squad. He gets that number 8 on his back, and I think he's going to prove, Dill, why he is the replacement we're looking for. Because we all kept saying, Mooney, we thought Mooney was going to be the replacement, but unfortunately he's not, and Mariota is going to step up for the Raiders here on a big Thursday night. These forwards of the West Tigers, fantastic. This is a pack you want to be up against. This is a pack you want to win against. Likes of Terrell May, Funua Pole, Sione Fainu, Royce Hunt. Oh, God, I hate
The revenge meetup.
It's a revenge meetup between Royce Hunt,
Heavyweight class.
Alex Seyfarth. The two rangers go at it. Horsburgh and Seyfarth. So
True.
this is, you have a look at this Tigers forward pack, and you tell me, is this a forward pack you want to dominate in this game?
Yeah, I think based on the Tigers' track record at the start of the season, I think they've been up there for sure. Like, if you asked me last year with these forwards, I'd go, yeah, Terrell May and who else? But, yeah, I mean, Tuala's been really good to start the year. You know, he's done well in the Supercoach team, obviously. But I think more than anything, their second rowers have been dynamic on the edge. Fine and Pierce Paul have really just been unleashed by Dewey and Luai. They've been really excellent. So, look, I still classify ourselves as having the best full pack in the comp. But so a lot of these younger guys are going to be tested. That's for sure. Like even Sony Fine, who coming off the bench for the Tigers, has been terrific. So no, will be a big challenge for sure, Deck. They've been going really well until last week, where they sort of just fell short against the Broncos, eh?
Yeah, they played really well against a depleted Broncos side, which I was not expecting the Broncos to go over there and win, to be honest. That was a shock. But yeah, this is a forward pack you want to come up against. You want to be the best of the best, and if you want to be the best, you got to beat the best. You know what I'm saying, Dill? So the Raiders, forward pack v forward pack is what we think this game will be determined by. Look, Tigers have really shocked the competition this season, Dill. And to beat them at Leichhardt in front of their home fans would be really, really satisfying.
Yeah. Lovely stuff right there, Declan. All right, why don't we move on to our home gun matchups for the week? First up, we have the two number 7s. Ethan Sanders versus Adam Dewey. Adam Dewey is sort of new to that role. He's played there in the past, but he's really cemented himself as the Tigers halfback. He's been terrific. I couldn't speak more highly of him this season. In regards to last year, let's have a look at the matchup. Sanders last year had 6 try assists. Last year he had 6 tries, 15 try assists, and averaged 152 kicking meters. Dewey has the same, 6 tries, 8 try assists, and average 108 kick meters. So, I think looking at some of Dewey's key strengths, I think his left to right passing, his cut-up ball, which he's seen out to Taru. That's why Taru scored so many tries after that attack. He's been terrific. And then even his torpedo bombs aren't they an asset in an attack? And we know how woeful we've been under the high ball. I think that's something we need to keep an eye on. But Sanders, he shows a lot of composure. I think, just the way he works around an attack. Is definitely something I'll look forward to seeing more of. Like we saw in the Storm game, but just more often throughout the season.
Yep, exactly there. You nailed it on the head, Dill. Look, Colonel Sanders, he's really starting to find his mojo in that number 7 for the Canberra Raiders, taking over from the Fog Dog. And he's done a good job so far, and I think he's really taken the pressure off of him with that performance against the Storm. Adam Dewey, a bit of a smoky, I think, for Origin, Dill. I think he can play in the lock forward, the halves. He can play anywhere in the back line. And he's absolutely killing it over there at Tiger Town because he is one of the, I don't know. I think he's one of the most awesome players to watch in this competition at the moment. Every time he touches the ball, something magic happens. So the battle of the two halfbacks will be a cracker to watch, Dill. Interested to see how the Colonel Ethan Sanders goes against the Tigers at Leichhardt, Dill. On to our next home gun matchup of the week. It's Alex Twal versus Corey Horsburgh. And let's have a look through their stats. Alex Twal in 2025, he averaged a total of 91 metres. He has a total of 709 tackles and 22 offloads. Fun fact,
Inside the 7 rounds of this competition, Twal has hit 12 offloads, so he's over halfway getting there without it being halfway through the season. Just goes to show the form he is currently in. Fantastic. Corey Horsburgh, the GOAT. He had 2 tries last season in 2025.
2 meat pies.
He averaged 132 metres. That's not bad. 35 offloads and 855 tackles. The big red machine. Starting to go back to his form. Starting to slowly get into that role of a lock forward. And he played a lot better than what we have seen him play in the last couple of weeks in that lock forward position. Shoveling the ball out and putting off pressure of Sanders as well as a ball playing lock. That's what we want to see more of. And this will be a cracking matchup, Dill. Who do you see taking home the chocolates?
To be honest, I've been a bit disappointing of Horsburgh's performances to start the year. I don't think he's been anywhere near as good as he has been last year. I think discipline, obviously, has let him down significantly. Like, once he gets rolling throughout the game, I think he sort of gets into it. But at the start of the game, like, how many instances? Like, the sin bin, and then you got you swore at the ref, which you talked about, like, 50-50 there, but he's just going to control his temper there. I rate Horsburgh probably more so just generally as a player consistently. 12's just an absolute tackling machine. Based on this season, I'll probably give it to 12 just. He's just got some great leg speed through the middle, and then his offloads have been insane. Like, before he wouldn't even look to offload. Like, it would almost just, you get to the ground fast, play the ball sort of thing. So, 12's been great, and I think he probably has a leg up here. This matchup.
Good analysis there, Dill. As always, you're killing it on that side of things. You're a great analysis. Oh, my God. Cooper Cronk looks up to you, mate. Seriously.
Yeah, Cooper Cronk. Yeah, I might need a nose job though, because my nose isn't as flat as his. That poor bugger.
It's
he's had a few knocks throughout his career. Yeah.
All right, lads.
All about the brains though. All about the brains.
Moving on, Dill. Do you want to go back in time, mate? Echoes of the Battlefield, a forgotten matchup. I was thinking, let's have a look at all the Tigers games. There's been a couple good Tigers games in GIO and Campbelltown.
Can I have a guess? What you're thinking?
It's literally on the Google Doc, mate. Don't even say you haven't.
I haven't looked at it yet.
Okay.
I promise. Okay, go. Alright, was it exactly 10 years ago?
No.
Okay, because you know what I'm thinking of exactly 10 years ago, don't you?
I'll just tell you, hey. Can
City
you stop
Pointer.
interrupting me? All right, Dill.
Yeah, fuck off. It is 10 years ago.
We're going back to 2016. Exactly 10 years ago from today. Not exactly, sorry. 10 years ago, we went to Leichhardt Oval. The Tigers, they had to win this game to make the 8. The first time they make the 8 in like 4 or 5 years. And we demolished them. I was actually at this game as well, watching it live with my cousin. And 52 points to 10. The Raiders defeated the Tigers.
Oh, God.
Looking back at this game, a lot of people have forgotten about this, but it was the Joey Leilua flick pass that was the exciting part about this game, Dill. Do you I wouldn't say slightly, I bet you 100% memorize this, because you probably watch this on repeat, don't you, mate?
I do, yeah, for pleasure, absolutely, I do. One of the early in the game too, I remember, like, the reverse flick pass. Like, have we ever seen something like that? Like, who even thinks about that? Joey Leilua surely does. Like, reaching around his back to get the ball away. Like,
that is take all the time. So
yeah, of course. That's just how it is, obviously we would have put a 60-point drubbing on them earlier in the season, so they conceded well over 100 points. The poor Tigers. And this was the last round of the competition regular season. We finished well inside the top 4.
Yeah, we did.
Nearly surprised that we didn't, because we must have been competing for a a top 4 spot here.
Well, the thing is, if we won by them more than 40 in this match, we made the top 4 and we beat them by
Gotcha.
42.
Yeah, because I was thinking, why we opted to choose a reasonably strong lineup.
Yeah. I remember flipping Sam Williams. He played probably the game of his life in this game. He played magnificently. Number 007. Remember that? No, that wasn't this game. That was earlier in the year. That was early in the year because when he versed the Roosters, I think he wore 007. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Anyway, that doesn't matter.
Rings a bell, yeah.
Sam Williams played a corker of a match. Once again, wrapping up. He scored a total of freaking 6 tries in 2 games against the Tigers that year, so that's pretty insane. But it was Jay Croker once again leading the points, scoring 1 and kicking
From
6
9.
of them, so not bad at all. But yeah, Dill, 52 points to 10 drilling. Echoes of the battlefield. We thought we'd have to go back to Leichhardt since we're heading up there this week to watch this game. But yeah, there you go.
Very, very, very good.
Okay. It's a lot of berries, mate. Did you want to do your tips?
I will do my tips, thank you, sir. Got a bit of confidence, last couple of weeks. I thought it would be a bad omen.
Why are you confident now, huh?
Yeah,
You're
mate.
confident.
I am absolutely just real keen as okay. We'll go the Raiders to win. 1 to 12 as always, as it always is, as it always will be. I'll go the Raiders to win 24 points to 20. Anytime try scorer, Deadly, Jed Stewart on the right wing.
I was going to say that. You freaking muppet.
Well, too late.
Well.
I beat you. All right. And then man of the match. Whew, you know what? I might go with Mr. Weeks. Every week. Kyle Weeks. What about you, sir?
Yeah, look, Dill. For my tips this week, I'm going to go anytime try scorer. I don't know if I should go, you know what? I'm going to go Zachy Hosking. He was denied last week, and he won't be denied this week. I think he crashes over for his first NRL try this season. And then I'm also going to go for my Eye of Odin predictor. I'm going the 4.
It's gonna be. We know it's gonna be Sasangi, but we may as well just pick someone else.
I'm going the Colonel. I'm going to go the Colonel. I'm going to go the halfback. I think he kicks us to a win. And Dill, this game, it goes to Golden Point. We win 23-22.
Okay, I like that. I like it with a little popcorn chicken snack box.
What?
At the end, bro.
Oh, yeah, at the end, yeah. I would go for more of...
Dinger burger?
I'd go for more of a Zinger burger with 3 hot and spicy wings on the side with a bit of chips, bit of gravy and mash, and a Sprite. Also a side of the Colonel, Ethan Sanders.
Save some for the rest of us, alright?
Okay, well...
Alright, look, I thought we should just touch on it too. It is Anzac round. We're playing on the 23rd, is it? Yeah, so no doubt we're going to have the last post being played and whatnot. But I thought this is a topic which comes up quite frequently, and we touched on it with the the reveal of the Anzac jersey. And with the Raiders being a team based in the capital city, I just don't think they do enough to promote it. Like, just in general, in the NRL, like, you've got the Roosters and the Dragons who, play as a rivalry every year at the SCG on Anzac Day. And that's been ongoing for roughly 25 years or so. But the Raiders, based in Canberra, they've got the War Memorial, they got the connection with the Defence Force. That's where, primarily their base. I don't know why there isn't, a game set in stone, whether it's played in Canberra. Maybe it's against the Cowboys who've got that connection as well with the Army, or the Warriors in New Zealand, something there. I don't know, it just feels a little bit boring.
Yeah, dear, look, I'm with you. I feel like we should have our own matchup here in Canberra, shouldn't we? And that should be a lot more exciting since we are, like, the main Anzac capital of Australia. You could say the memorial's here, mate. So why aren't we doing anything around here? I'm with you. I think there should be a matchup between either us and the Warriors or us and the Cowboys, as you said, and it would bring a bit more of excitement. You know, you want to... It's like the Roosters and Dragons game. I want something like that in Canberra where there's a matchup that, like, tickets sell out because it's such a prestige round in Canberra. I'm with you, Dill. I'm with you. Good analysis there. Once again, Dylan Cronk.
Thanks, Blocker. Appreciate it, mate. Okay. Yeah, I like to add a little bit of story to it. Like, you know, you're going into a game with a bit of background behind it's always good. And I think, yeah, I can't wait to go Leichhardt and, you know, hear the last post and, you know, you just get chills going up your spine for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Buddy, moving on to something which you're absolutely dreadful at, mate.
You're
Freaking
dreadful.
fantasy football super coach, okay? I'm telling you what, you've doubted me, and I've come out the other side. Like I said, it's a slow burn, mate. It's a slow
Mate, you've
burn.
got one finger through the other side. Don't even... Okay, you're sitting in 7th, mate, so calm down. Take a chill pill. No, you got a good win last week, mate. I saw that. You're coming back from the dead, basically, sitting at the second last.
Round 4, I was 16th.
That's
I
what I'm
was
saying.
14th, sorry. All right, how did you go last week, mate? Like, I do care a little bit about you. You topped 1400 too, didn't you?
Oh, yeah, true.
Cute little
Did you
fella.
win your Super Coach Cup?
Hey, what's that?
That's it.
Super Coach Cup, you say?
Your Super Coach Cup, did you win it last week?
Yeah, of course I did.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, what was your score to the other opponent's score?
So I got 1496,
Wow.
and then my opponent got a whopping 1,273.
12,000, Jesus. Who's your opponent got? Fuck.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I won my Super Coach Cup as well, Dill. I beat Bum Cucket. It's his name, Bum Cucket. Beat Bum
Okay.
Cucket. You
Yeah, all right.
1,281, and I got 1,440, Dill. Woo! You beat me though. You got
Big
more
things,
points than me
big
again.
things. Yeah.
So I take on Appy Hour next week in the Super Coach Cup, and yeah, I did well this week. My notable scorers, I'll take a look. So my notable scores: Taniela Paseka 85, Fa'alongo 102. He killed the Raiders. Will Warbrick 73, Cleary 236. Whoa! As my captain. Isaiah Yo 88, Jackson Ford 101, Twiles 70. Chester 68, Sasangi, oh my god, back-to-back hundreds for Simi, oh Sasangi. Harry Grant 61 and Laddie Mitchell, which I wish I kept the captaincy on him because I vice captain
Oh,
freaking
man.
Cleary. I didn't think Littrell was gonna have a big game, but he got 177 and I didn't captain him. I was fuming. I could have got almost 1600. So
You ran an absolute train wreck over Val Holmes.
I know, he was shit. Holmes is most like, bro. I don't know what the Dragons have done to him. They've done something.
Washed.
And then on the bench, Faymani, 94. Aramau Ho, 74. That man just keeps on delivering, doesn't he? Oh, my God. Brandon Smith, his highest score so far this year, he got 80, which is very nice. So he'll go up in price this week coming. I take on Big Rob. I take on Benji's Tigers this week. How fitting, Dill. I take on someone named Benji's. Oh, my God. Bro has 5 West Tigers players.
What's he got?
Adam Duhay.
Dudes of Benji Marshall.
This week for Supercoach, I think the couple of trades that I'm thinking of is still, I've already done them, but I got rid of Payne Haas and got rid of Jacob Kraz, 2 people I had to force to get rid of, unfortunately. And I've picked up Terrell May. I thought I had to pick up Terrell May back-to-back tons. He's still going to go up in price. I thought he's going to get to that 900,000 mark, which is pretty good, but he's probably a person that I could probably keep there forever. And 2 Tigers players in my front row. I never, ever thought I would have that. But yeah, then I switched Sasangi to the centres because he's got that second row forward / centre dual position, which is very handy. And I put Xavier Willison in my second row deal. I thought the exit of Payne Haas will see Xavier Willison pick up some big minutes. He scored a whopping 96 last week when Payne Haas came off the field, and I thought he was terrific. So if he really wants to step up for his team and make that position his for next season, I think this is his chance to deliver while Payne Haas is gone. So I'm hoping that I keep him there. One to watch for as well. I think I might get rid of Jonah Peasant next week and pick up Cade Reed, who has been named. Unbelievable. Congratulations, Cade Reed. You deserve a jersey with the way things have been going at the Dragons. So good on you. Reserved Ryan Couchman this week because he's been getting some pretty good scores as of recent. But yeah, that's all the changes that I've made. I've freaking bought in Thomas Kant last week and he got ruled out just before the game, which is very unlucky, but that's Supercoach for you. So I guess he's going to be there for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all I got.
Good stuff, Deck. It looks like throughout the whole of our league, like, everyone got pretty decent scores, like at least like 1,200 plus.
Yeah.
So yeah, pretty consistent overall. I mean, that's clearly down to Farlongo and Latrell, I reckon. You look through my scores. Yeah, Paseka on reserves, you got 85. Aaron Clark 90. Farnworth 134. Master stroke selection, Toby Couchman 107. Pretty happy with that. 32, my flex got 53. And we had, Farlongo 204 with being my captain. Chester 68. Sasangi 108. And like you said, we both had Ford, Howe, and then I didn't have Farmani.
Did you have Latrell?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
Okay, nice.
Luckily. So yeah, just fell just short of 1,500. But pretty happy with that, I think. There's a few positions I wouldn't mind upgrading. Obviously, look, the big one is Payne Haas out for an extended period of time, so he'll be the first one out. So hopefully Cashman can back up his performance last week. So I'm going to shift him from second row to the front row, and I'm going to bring in Isaiah in the second row. Panthers don't have a bye until at least another month or so. So I'm pretty keen with that. I'll move Aramaho off reserves, and I'll put Sanders on, and then bring Hines back into my starting side. And I think I'm only going to be doing one trade for the time being. Still determining whether I want to trade out Munster yet. But I think I'll leave him there for the time being. And then I think that'll do it, I reckon. What about you, Dick?
I've already given my trades, you muppet. Were you listening, huh? No,
I didn't know. I didn't know you actually said your trades or not.
Yeah, there you go. Super Coach for round 8. I hope you get up on your Super Coach Cup deal, because $1,000 is on the line, plus a huge trophy apparently, which is pretty cool. But yeah, do you have any pods or something to say for this week, or not really?
Not really.
Okay, that's fair. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen.
No. I'll name one. Let me find one. Fletcher Hunt
Are you
actually
serious?
is going up in price a little bit more. He's got 489. He got 102 last week. Obviously, he's been swapping between wing and centre and fullback. But I mean, if you're looking at trading someone a little more expensive out, like he's at least going to get you 50 plus every week, probably 60 plus. Even Strange, 630. Ben Tolte actually got 89 last week. Last 2 weeks, he's gone over 70. So those are the two guys I'd probably look at.
Well, if you have a look at this guy is named in 1.3% of teams, which is unbelievable. It's Jake Averillo. He's averaged 80.3 this year. And he scored 110 last week, so I reckon he's someone to watch out for, Deal, in the future, because I reckon he's getting some good game time, and he's scoring some consistent points, so 1.3% is pretty crazy of teams. But there you go. Good analysis there, once again, Dylan Cronk. You're killing it on the scene, so...
Declan Guru, it's been a privilege.
Oh, mate, stop it. Well, everybody, thank you for tuning in for our 9th episode, almost going to 10 episodes in a row. for the season. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. And that was our round 8 preview and our round 7 review. So thank you for listening, and we'll chat to you next week. Up the mighty milk. Viking clap all the way to Leichhardt Oval.
Pause up.